Team, welcome back. We're at How to Start Calisthenics Part 12. Today is breaking the plateau. So many of us get so far with a skill and then we just get stuck at that final hurdle, and today I'm gonna help us break that down. We're gonna be focusing on our handstands to start, so make sure we've got some space to fall and to also get some holds, because that's what we're gonna be getting today. Starting off with the handstand. Guys, a huge part of the handstand, what so many of us ignore, it is the kick. You get your kick right and everything changes. I know a lot of us have been on the wall. We've got our handstands off the wall now, but when we come off of the wall completely and start to kick up, we end up looking like this. We're sending it up, we're so used to the wall, we go up and we're like, oh no, and we're falling out and over every single time. How are we gonna get that fixed? It's our kick. So what we're gonna use is what I use with all my clients. It's the trailing leg handstand. What we're gonna do for this, we're gonna focus on just using one leg when kicking up. I want you to go like so, all right? We're gonna get our hands, you should know how to state them now. So we're getting our fingers worked, we're scapular elevating the whole time and looking in between those hands. Now, once you've picked your spot, I want you to just raise up with one leg. Keep it nice and straight, point those toes, like so. Up and down, okay? You can notice there already, okay? I know I can handstand, but the balance is a lot easier to control and a lot easier to focus on when we're using just the one leg. So I want us to all give that a try, okay? You're gonna do a trailing leg handstand, just 4 reps, getting used to it, and then we'll take it up to the next level. Let's give it a go. So as you can see there, you would have got more success just focusing on one leg, keeping it strong, keeping it tight. You can see with mine, they're consistent kick-ups. I had a few that went over, I had a couple that went under as well, but it allowed me to focus more how to fix that. If I'm going over, so just to lock my fingers in. If I'm under, how I can use my legs to help distribute. It gives you more brain capacity to focus on other things when we go with just the one leg. Now, once we've perfected that and you're starting to get a hold with those trailing leg techniques, we're now gonna start to work on how we can bring that other leg up. So the exciting part, what we're gonna do is get used to holding that for 1 to 2 seconds. So once our trailing legs look like this, we're up, we're holding 1 and 2. We're then gonna work on bringing this other trailing leg up like so, and then squeezing and holding. Now, what commonly happens when we do that is this. People bring their leg up, like so, okay? Or they underkick. They bring their leg up, and then they bring the other one, and they lose their balance, and go off to the side, go over, go back. The reason that happens is just because, again, bringing that other leg into play, we now have a less range where our balance is obviously counted out, and it makes us that pencil shape, which means it's harder to balance. But all we need to do in doing that is make sure we are using those fingers and hands at the bottom. They are what manipulating our balance. Guys, and if we're unsure of the spider grip, make sure you check out the previous How to Start Calisthenics episode, which spoke about our spider grip, okay? Let's lock it in, team. Slow and controlled. It's about small movements with our handstand. Raise it up, get used to your holds. Once you find that biting point, bring it nice and slowly, and we've got our hold. Push it out, elevate the scapula for a lovely, safe landing. Guys, fire up those trailing leg handstands, and I promise you, it's worth the graft. It is gonna make the difference. Now, working this skill, L-sit into handstands, one that everybody wants. Who doesn't want this in calisthenics? The biggest hurdle for a lot of us. You can handstand now, you can L-sit now, but why can't you do them together? And I'm gonna tell you. It's about your scapular protraction, making sure that we're keeping this state here. We're trying to do it like so. If this is you, you're here in this L-sit, you're up and round, you go to push, and you fall down here. That is because we're losing our scapular protraction. This is what I want you to work on, nice and simple. I want you to work on keeping a protracted state like so. So we're gonna work, bringing our knees in, hold, back out. Bringing the knees in, hold, back out. Start getting used to our protraction when in a straight arm movement. Then what we can start to learn is how to create that height. Using that protraction that we've now worked on, you're gonna go from an L-sit, like you normally would, keep that protracted state and start to keep this height here. And then background into an L-sit hold. There are two variations there. The first one teaching us protraction, the second one making it in a dynamic movement. And then we can start to work on our presses. Now, to help that press, you're gonna do what's called a bent arm press, okay? So what I want for you guys to do, using that protracted state that we've just spoken about, keep nice and high up, do a nice deep pike push-up. And that protraction should let the legs come off the floor like so, and then you're gonna push up into a handstand hold. Now that's teaching you that bottom phase of that press, which is now gonna help us finish off and put the cherry on top with that L-sit up into a handstand. So guys, now we've got all the three together, we're gonna put them all together and we'll start looking like so. And rest there. Protraction, slow and controlled, and it's gonna get us that L-sit into a handstand. So guys, that is how to start calisthenics, breaking the plateau. Make sure we use the drills that we've spoken about today, and that is gonna get you over that final hurdle and get you those unlocks that you deserve, all right? Remember, be patient, be consistent, slow and controlled. This is calisthenics, all right? It's about slow movements and controlling the body. It's not about speed, all right? Take your time, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what else you need, and I will see you at How to Start Calisthenics, part 13.